Hello, in today's video I will be doing a tier list of, I'm pretty sure, most of the units in the game. This is just my opinion, but let me know what you think in the comments. The first unit, Gun Sorcerer, it's the first unit you get, so obviously it's the worst, one of the worst. Miwa, or I think it's, what, Katana Sorcerer? She is also really bad, but if I remember correctly, she has multi-hit, and that makes her a little bit better. Nobara, a rare unit, also not very good. And if I remember correctly, she does bleed. She might not, though. Has been a long time since I used her. Broom Sorcerer, amazing buff unit that you get from the booster crate. One of the best buffers in the game, but it just got outshined by the Halloween one. I don't remember what he's called in game. He is good for the Toji quest, and he also has a synergy, which doesn't make him that. I don't think it buffs him. I haven't used it before. Inumaki, he does an AoE attack. It makes him alright. Junpei, I have not used him, I think, ever. Shockingly. Guitar Sorcerer, a cooldown booster. It's pretty good and still obtainable. Broom is still a far better buffer, but this one, you can use it. It's just not that good. Maki, I don't think I've actually used her either. Panda, I think he was better than Inumaki. It's just been so long since I've used these. Fingerbearer, this is an amazing starter for new players. I highly recommend you just go for this guy immediately if you just started the game. Bow Sorcerer, this is probably one of the best banner legendaries you can get, but I personally think Fingerbearer is better, but I think it could go either way. I think she's called Axe Sorcerer in the game. Mei, worse than Bow Sorcerer. Sword Sorcerer, I remember he can hit multiple enemies at once, so that just makes him better than Mei, because she can't. I think it was Puppet Sorcerer, this guy's name. He's a good starter. He's a good summoner starter, but I think he is worse than Finger Bearer, but better than Bow. But they both are good starters. What was this? Was this a Vessel Hunter, I think? It had just a long range, but high damage and high cooldown. I think it's worse than Sword, but better than Axe. Chozo is really good, especially for early game players. It's just like a better starter than Fingerbearer. Like, there's just no other way to put it. Club Sorcerer, it is a great legendary. It's just not that good of a unit. I think it's better than Puppet, but not better than Fingerbearer. Awakened Panda, I don't think I've really used this before. Let me think here. Yeah, no, I don't think I have, so I wouldn't be able to rate it. Party Sorcerer, I don't think I've used it either. Chozo Awakened, I remember him being pretty good. I don't think he'd be better than the buffer, though. I'm gonna move this Awakened Yuji down. I don't know why it's up so early. Red Scarf Sorcerer. It is just a better Yuji, just higher damage, I'm pretty sure, and whatnot. Basic Sorcerer Christmas, it just goes down here in F tier. Same thing with the Summer and other variants. They're just not good. Summer Agent, it is the worst farm in the game, more expensive than normal Agent, and gives less money. It's just, use it if it's the only thing you have, but otherwise, don't use it. Shoko, or the reverse uh, energy sorcerer, I think that's what she's called. She's okay. Don't buy her, because most units have stun resistance, or you can just use units to shield. But if you have her and you want to use her, go ahead. She's not horrible. Christmas Agent, it's just a better summer agent. Still not a very good farm, but a viable secondary farm to use. Normal Agent, it's one of the best farms in the game, but no longer the best farm in the game. But it is a great farm to use pretty much for anyone. Still gets the job done. Rope Sorcerer, it is an amazing support, especially for Endless Gauntlet and other modes like that. I think personally, I'd put him below Broom because Broom is still really good. Discount Agent, I would honestly put her in the middle of B tier because there's not that often where you will need to have your units discounted. Miracle Sorcerer, one of the best starters in the game and best on hit farm. It just goes in S tier. Toto, it synergizes with Yuji, and he's one of the better legendaries, but he's still not very good. Awakened Fingerbearer is a great starter for new players. I would get this if you're new at the game. It would probably go somewhere high B tier. Urame, I think she does a stun, and that's okay, but she's expensive in the Robux shop and just not very useful. I'd put her in like C tier. Hand Sorcerer, it's a summon, but like on the track, and there is only a limited amount. It's okay. It just doesn't get any higher than the bottom of B tier. Painkiller, with the update where units can have multiple buffs at the same time, it makes this unit way better than it used to be. I would personally put it below Discount Agent. Tough Sorcerer, if I remember correctly, it's just immune to stun and attacks, which gets it above Reverse Energy Sorcerer because it just actually below, but above Hand Sorcerer. Slot, it is another great farm. A viable secondary farm, way better than the Christmas one though. I would put it at the top of B tier. Now, normal Yuji, this is one of the best just normal mythicals in the game. I'd put him probably very bottom of A tier. Masked Sorcerer, I would put him just above Yuji because he has abilities and Yuji doesn't. Nanami, I personally put Nanami below Yuji, but you can move that around. Star Sorcerer, it's got a weird gimmick to it that kind of just makes it worse. So I'm putting it at the top of B tier. Mechamaru, I personally don't remember what normal Mechamaru does. Toto, what does normal, or not normal, Awakened Toto do? I do not remember. Awakened Yuji, I think it had like a flow ability. It's pretty good. just nothing crazy. Anniversary DJ or whatever, top of A tier. One of the best buffers in the game. It did a damage buff and a attack speed buff. Awakened Bow. This is something I would personally put over Broom because it pretty much carries you in casino mode. It's the unit you rely on in casino mode. It's a very good. Amp Sorcerer, I would put it above these units because most of the time you'll end up bringing it for a easy, convenient buff. It's still really good, but you can get a bigger buff with the DJ. Mojito, one of the best mythics, just normal mythics in the game. It's a great starter summoner, and it can like one tap any enemy. It's really good. Middle A tier. Anniversary Yuji, I would put it above normal Yuji because it has an ability where it buffs damage by 100%. It's really useful. Christmas Mekamaru, I don't remember him being that good, so I'm putting him at the bottom of A tier. He can spawn in turrets, which is a cool gimmick, to be fair, but not very good. Christmas Urame, I remember it just being a better Urame, so I'm putting her middle-ish B tier. Hikari he's pretty good, but his domain is kind of lackluster, in my opinion. But he's still, I personally think he's worse than Mojito. Mojito just has more uses than him, but not saying he's bad. Ghetto's good. I think, I don't remember how much damage exactly Summer Yuji does, but I think Ghetto, yeah, I think he's better, but he might be worse. Yuta has a lot of damage, plus he can use Rika, so I think he's better than Mojito, but not Shibuya Yuji. Awakened Nanami, he has that flow mode, if I'm not mistaken. That makes him pretty good. I think I would put him above Yuta. Or actually, no, Yuta above him, yeah. Because Yuta's really good. I have not used Yuki, so I can't say. True Mojito. True Mojito's good, but not that good. His domain just does a lot of damage, but he loses his summons, which is one of his best parts, and that he's a starter. So I would personally just put him above. I'd put him below his normal form, but they both are good. One's better. The normal Mojito's better for like being a starter, and True Mojito is better for DPS at like end game. But they are both good. Toji, great starter, crazy damage, crazy range, gets an ability immediately pretty much. I'd put him above Yuji, but they both are really good. But Toji can be a starter. Sukuna I'd put above Amp. He's a great DPS, second to normal Gojo. Normal Gojo, I'd put him at the top of A tier. He just does a million DPS. He's crazy. He's good. Kenjaku, I would personally put Kenjaku below Amp. Might sound a little crazy, but he kind of sucks. He's expensive, and he doesn't really attack, so he can't be buffed, and he relies on his abilities. Toji, I've only used him a few times, but I personally think he's better than Sukuna, but worse than normal Gojo. But they both are. Kenjaku and Evo Toji aren't very good. I would just go for the other Evos. Awakened Gojo is the best unit in the game, hands down. His domain is a permastun in every mode except for Gauntlet, which makes him amazing. He does either the most or the second most DPS. Meguna is just a better DPS, but he doesn't have the permastun like Gojo does. But he's also a summoner. They're both really good. Bring Gojo in modes that you need a permastun, and bring Meguna in modes you need just more raw DPS. Party Megumi is a great starter, but it's just a worse Megumi. So I would personally put him above Ghetto because that's just they're both starters. I mean, kind of. Disco Gojo, it's just a worse Gojo, but with an Evo Gojo domain. And because of that, I'm going to put him above normal Gojo because he has the domain. But in raw DPS, the normal Gojo is way better. Party Cannon is another money on hit unit. He isn't very good though, so I just put him above normal agent. Inumaki, he has abilities that stun, I'm pretty sure. That's pretty good. So I'll put him bottom of B tier. Oh. Basic Sorcerer finally showing up. Paper Bag Sorcerer. He can create like clones that aren't very good. It's a cool ability though, but I think he's better than these. He's just not very good. Uh if I remember correctly, this guy gives like he protects people from being stunned. So just a better reverse cursed sorcerer. Nikal sorcerer. I haven't used it obviously, but from what I've seen, it's just a worse. It's just a summer agent, but cheaper. So I'll put it at bottom of B tier. Volcano curse. It does burn and a lot of damage. So I'm gonna put it right here below Kenjaku. I haven't used it since the update came out, so I don't remember what all it does. Dagon, I remember it just being a worse version of Jogo. In Hanami, I remember it being like a trapper, which also kind of a worse version of Jogo. Tree of Life, this is a farm that is better than Agent. I would personally put this farm really up high, like even bottom of S tier. It's that good of a farm. The Halloween version of Broom, it is one of the best boosters in the game. Easy S tier. This Nanami, the infected Nanami, I don't remember what it does, so I'm gonna put it down here. Harvester Curse, it's just a worse miracle that inflicts slow, so I'm gonna put it above Party Cannon. Zombie Gojo, if I remember correctly, it's really good. It just doesn't have the domain, so I'm gonna put it like right here. The Snowball Shooter, I forgot what his name is. It seems just like a better Vessel Hunter from what I've seen of it. The Christmas Mojito, it's got no placement limit, and it does like a thing like Kiara, but slightly different. Like it explodes enemies. It's cool, but it's not very good. I'd put it above Nanami for having a gimmick. Frost Sukuna, it's just like a worse Gojo. So I'd put it below normal Sukuna. This, I think it's just a farm. I haven't used it. I haven't used this either, but I could just read what it did. And it seemed like a money buff, and money buffs don't seem very necessary, so top of B tier. Santa Gojo, it's just a worse Gojo, like normal Gojo, no domain. So I think it would also be worse than Sukuna. And then the Frost Blossom, it's another farm, but it does slow. This is better for longer suited modes, not short ones. If you're playing in a long mode, you'd want to bring this in probably Frost Blossom. But like in a normal game, you probably won't want to bring this. So I think just because of that, I'm gonna just put it above Mojito. In the I forgot to add in Pinata, but that would fit in somewhere like above Ghetto, around there. That's where I'd throw in Pinata. But that's all I've got for this video. Let me know what you think of the tier list in the comments. And that's all. Goodbye.